3, 2, 1, go.
You can do whatever you want to do. Okay.
Greetings.
Hello.
How are you guys? Don't mind us. We were just griping about how we only get like 8 episodes for a season.
And then we got to wait 2 years.
Get 20-something episodes in a season. I miss those days.
I expected Fallout this year.
Oh, yeah. Shit, I forgot about Fallout.
There's no Fallout this year because they're still filming it right now.
It better be spectacular.
It's looking spectacular. I will never not be in the behind the scenes and the spoilers for Fallout. I can't help it. That is my joint and the jam. Hey, Silversight, like I can't. It's my baby. That's why I'm deep in Fallout 3. Fallout 3 right now. That's where I am playing it for the first time. It's a problem. I haven't done anything all weekend that I was supposed to do.
I've never played Fallout.
I would recommend.
Shelter is all I've played.
I would recommend starting with 1 and 2 because the story is in there. Like a lot of people will skip to 3 because it's the first one you can play on console where you can move around and it's like 3D. But I'm just like, listen, get the story from 1 and 2 because it's so much fun and it's so much fun. I didn't think I would like 1 and 2. I love 1 and 2. I want them to redo 1 and 2 or make a new game like that. Something. It's fun. But yeah, that's where I am. And I have not watched anything I'm supposed to.
Did we have yeah, because we're taking the day off tomorrow. So
because we're doing this today.
I'm caught up. I ain't caught up on the shows.
And the new episode is on Tuesday. I'm trying to think. Yes, Tuesday.
I believe so.
The last episode. Yeah.
And then
and then I keep forgetting. I'm gonna forget again. Last of Us is tonight. Oh
shit! Yeah. Definitely doing a live react for that. I have to remember to do that, which means I need to record immediately after we're done here today. So let's jump on into the convo. Hey, Damaris, what's going on? Yeah, I am not ready. I'm not ready, but I'm glad they're back. I'll be ready by the time it gets there. What time does it drop?
Probably 9:00.
9:00. Wait, which one are they on?
HBO.
Okay, yeah. I will be ready and listening. Let's see. So we started this episode 5 out with a cameo of Mr. Khan at the bank, which I thought was super cute.
First of all,
so that went over your head. You didn't catch it?
The first time I was like, okay, Khan. I was like, Khan, wasn't this familiar? Khan.
Yep. He literally pulled up the phone.
Like, that's what I'm like. Wait a minute.
My daughter is
Kamala. I'm like.
Yep.
You're right. That is the exact same actor. That's the man. Exactly. That's the exact same man. Wow. I was like, wow, I love that. Because a lot of people were confused because so many people skipped the Hawkeye series, they skipped the Marvel series. What else did they skip? The Echo series. And I'm like, all 3 of those play a part in the series. So I'm like, you guys are missing context. And this is why you should watch everything. If you're invested in the universe, you need to watch it.
Then watch it.
Pull from it. And now you're sitting there looking ridiculous. Like we're cracking me. I was like, well, I don't understand why they're talking about Fisk in his eye. Like, where did he go on his break? It wasn't a break. It was an echo. He got shot in the face.
He literally was over there trying to close ranks, if you will, and get things together. And yeah, it didn't work out.
Exactly. See, don't skip stuffs.
Oh man, yes, you have to watch some things. And I really think Hawkeye. It wasn't great, but it's watchable. There were things in there that they have carried on into the other shows. So
to me, that was the weakest. One.
Yeah,
because I really like Miss Marvel. Miss Marvel, I love.
Oh yeah, big fan
of Miss Marvel. I loved Echo too. I really liked.
I was Echo surprised the hell out of me. I didn't think it was going to be as good as it was.
Exactly, and I'm so glad that the stuff that happened in there is heavily referenced in this.
Yeah, so there's no mistaking it. They're not gonna Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. us again. Like Feige, how you have 2 people from the main universe on the show, and then you say it's not part of the main universe, though. Huh?
Special.
That doesn't make sense. Oh,
But yeah,
But
he's in the bank trying to get a loan. Yeah, he's like trying to get a loan.
And Matt, boo boo. See, this is what happens when you don't properly charge folks for the job that you're doing. You literally have no credit. And I understand, however.
But what about the paying people?
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying you have a section and a section for money. Gotta bring it in.
There's nothing to fall back on, bro. Y'all. Bro. Why would they lend you that money?
Mm-mm. It's giving YouTube to me. It's giving people buying $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 worth of equipment to produce content for free because you're not making any money.
Yeah, don't do that.
Don't do that. Just work with what you have. Don't do that. Just don't do that.
He tries to talk his way into there, but Mr. Khan's like, nah.
Listen, I appreciate you.
It's not gonna work out.
I appreciate what you do for our community and for our people, and we believe in you and what you do.
You're
However, we don't believe in your credit. We don't believe in your credit. We're looking
now. If you want to come back and get some financial advice,
sir, you're looking at a 420 on your business side. Like your personal credit is excellent, but that's personal credit can't be your leverage for the business credit when you have a fully fledged business and a partner that's bringing you, sir.
That's not how it works. No, you can function on just the goodwill of the people you're helping, I'm sure, but that's not how banks run. So
sorry, come back later.
You should have known better to even go in there and try to get a loan like that.
Try again.
That just didn't make sense to me. But Mr. Khan goes through the spiel, and I do love that he literally had the Funko Pop sitting right on his desk, like, look, this is her. You don't know about her?
No,
really?
He's like, no, I don't.
It's a little hard for me to believe that he's never heard her name, but I mean, I guess.
Listen, when you're in your own bubble, you're in your own bubble. So I'm not mad at that because I'm like, people are like, oh, don't you know what's going on in Cincinnati? Bitch, no, I'm in Columbus. Well, I know about Cincinnati. The fuck
that makes sense though. Those are two different cities. She's literally across the bridge.
That's a different city.
No, it's not.
It is. You mean, girl, you know you lived in that area. You know damn well you wasn't be like, I know what's going on in that street over there.
When it comes to a superhero, yeah, it is Jersey. But when it comes to a superhero, though,
minding my business in my Hell's Kitchen and in my office of lawyering,
who have been all over the news, I think
I'm blind. I'm not paying attention to y'all.
He literally hears everything.
Look, it is Jersey. I'm like, listen, we're not in the same area.
Shut up, okay?
We're not in the same area. I don't care.
It's still just a bridge over there.
Don't ask me about Springfield. Hell, don't ask me about what's the other one?
Springfield is hours away.
What's it called? Not
Springfield isn't a bridge away.
What's it called? What's
what called?
Marysville. That's what it is. Like, don't ask me about Marysville. I don't fucking care about Marysville.
Marysville? That's also hours away, isn't it?
No, it's not hours away. Girl, Marysville is 10 minutes away.
I drove out to Marysville with a friend one time, and we were on the road going to her mom's house for like an hour from here.
No, it's not an hour away.
I'll take your word for it.
I go there for donuts. Marysville is 30 minutes away.
I was in that car, and it was not no quick ride.
It's 30 minutes. You get on what is that? You get on 270, and then you hit the 33, and you're in Marysville.
I don't drive, so I don't know what any of that even means.
Yeah, I'm like, listen, it's right up there. Like, I don't care about Marysville. Don't ask me about Marysville.
It's still across the bridge.
I know it's over there, and I know they got the donuts, the best donuts in the cities. Period, are over there. And no, it's not Reese's or whatever the hell that is. No.
Who?
Ugh.
What even is that?
I don't know. There's some donuts here that people keep like, oh my God, the Reese's, somebody, R-E.
Never heard of it.
C-S something. But yeah, people always say that's the best donuts. I was like, no. The best donuts are in Marysville. And you know they're good because she's only open from 5 to 11.
She comes in, makes her bag, and then leaves. I get it.
That is it. Don't come asking for no donuts at 11:01. Closed. You're in the window like.
On their own.
But yeah, so I'm like, I get why he don't know. Because he's like, yeah. And not to mention, she's a kid. So he's like,
not the way superhero news travels. There were literally reporters out there talking about this girl. Matt would have heard something.
I don't think he cares. I don't think he cares to like register it.
He might have been in California at that time.
Like, I don't think he cares to register it. Because if you
should.
think about it,
all the freaking people that he go up against.
Why would he care? But it's a hero. Why would he care about other heroes in his area that aren't in his area? You know what I mean? Like, that's not in his little bubble. Like, he's not interacting with them. I wouldn't care. I'm like, that's why he's like, yeah, I don't know. And not to mention, it's a kid. Just like saying, hey, right now have
interaction
in this MCU,
he literally should still know.
They were like, do you know where Spider-Man is? No. You've heard of him? Yeah.
But he's heard of him.
I've heard of him.
That's all I'm saying. He should have heard of her.
I don't think so.
Are they going to hang
if that's
out?
the case,
No,
if that's the case, then Fisk would have heard of her.
You think Fisk hasn't?
No, I don't think he cares. And that's what I mean.
I think he's still aware of it.
I don't think he cares.
I do agree with you on that, but I'm sure he is aware. He's got spies everywhere.
Yeah, I don't think he gives two shits. And I think Matt's on the same thing. Like, yeah, I didn't bother to register the information because I don't care.
He ends up leaving without the loan because Matt, no, you're not gonna get that loan, bro.
Child, please.
Come on, my dude. He should have known better.
Slowly.
And he's slowly walking out of the bank, walking down. He's on the phone, and before he turns the next corner, he starts hearing
like gunshots. I think it was
sounds of people screaming and yelling and whatnots, and that the super hearing comes back into play. And he turns around, tells I forget who he was talking to, but he said
he was talking to the bank. The black lady. What's her name? McDuffie.
His partner?
Yeah, McDuffie. Somebody.
I still don't remember her name.
Isn't
that may be rude of me, but yeah,
it's gonna bother me.
We don't always remember names. Y'all know that.
I think it's McDuffie.
Nicknames, and that's what we call them. McDuff.
Because I just want to be. Yes, her name is McDuffie. Kristen McDuffie.
Or McGruff. That's what it was. It was McGruff.
Talking about the dog?
That's what it made me think of.
McGruff the crime dog, yeah.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Kirsten McDuffie. Kirsten.
Because I remember McDuffie. That's all I got. Don't ask me about her first name. It's already gone, and I just read it. Sorry.
Oh, man.
But yeah, he was on the phone with her.
In there.
But here's the thing. All he said was call 911. Bitch, where are you?
Well, I would assume that she knew he was coming back from the bank.
I know, but if you're coming back from the bank and somebody
say
like,
that, bruh, yeah.
Okay, I'll be like, call 911. You'd be like, are you at home? Are you at work? Are you in your car?
Where am I sending them?
What am I saying?
I don't know where to send the cavalry.
What am I saying? Like, hi, she told me to call 911.
Who is in trouble? What do they need to look for and be prepared for?
No, just call 911 and he hung up. I was just like...
Which is wild because this is New York. You can't just dial 911 and say, hey, I think there's a problem downtown.
Somewhere. Where? Downtown?
That's not gonna work out for you at all.
The town that is down?
But the town that is down. He walks back into the bank, playing the random aloof guy that he's blind, so he's tapping sticks. And these are literally the worst robbers that have ever gone into a bank. Y'all assholes did all this and nobody locked the door, like right when you came in? Word?
Nobody locked the door.
No one thought to lock the door.
Somebody could have came in, threw a grenade, and left. And left. Just went back out.
I will say their leader, their fearless leader, he was kind of comical. Because Matt comes in, starts talking trash and mixing up. He tries to get rid of him. And he's saying his name like, okay, Mr. Solicitor, what's your name? Matt Murdock. Murdock. Oh, you're an Irishman. Where are your people from? Hell's Kitchen. Yeah, okay, smart ass. Before that, I grew up in an orphanage.
Dog,
Jesus,
I don't know.
I feel like I laughed a little too hard at that part because, he's literally going down the list of like everything.
Blind orphan lawyer. Yes.
And his only response was Jesus wept.
Listen, the butterscotch bowl,
butterscotch bowl. But
Yeah, that he was eating. They were like, "Oh, would you like some?" And he was blind, and he was like, "I don't know.
No, thank you.
No, thank you.
No, gracias."
Like I don't even know what that is, but no, thank you. Because you didn't tell me what it was. You're like, "Would you like some candy?" It could be ass. It could be chocolate covered grasshoppers. I don't. Sir, I don't know. No, thank you.
Yeah, no, thank you, Mr. Khan. You can keep those.
But I just like how he pointed out, like,
sure.
He pointed out, like, hey, all of these things. Not only are you blind, you're an orphan lawyer who works on pro bono cases. He was like, yeah.
Hold on. Question. Is your screen freezing for you?
No.
Okay.
Now I'm hold on.
Maybe not on YouTube. I meant no in StreamYard. You sounded choppy.
On YouTube, I'm freezing, but here I'm not.
You're not seeing yourself freeze, but I'm seeing you freeze.
I'm seeing me freeze on YouTube. Oh, and you're gone. No.
I'm going where?
And like your picture dropped in StreamYard.
I have no idea why.
And now my picture dropped.
What the fuck is going on?
No. Now I'm back.
Bruh. Look,
we're still frozen on. Okay, wait.
Miss Minutes. Look, Miss Minutes, stop fucking up the church's money, please.
We're still frozen on YouTube. I'm frozen. I'm going to unmute to see if we can hear us still talking.
Let me see.
Yeah, it's like robotic. It's like robotic, crappy, crunchy on YouTube. And I just dropped it. My picture just dropped out of StreamYard again.
What? That is wild because I am not seeing any of that happening. Okay. Okay. So you can hear us. Is the picture freezing for you?
I'm gonna move so I can.
Let me he's okay. He's saying the video's frozen. Let me restart. Or not restart, but just refresh the page. Hopefully that works. Un momento.
Oh, man. See, now I'm just watching YouTube. Okay, see.
And I really forgot to change my name there.
You did. You did.
Mm-hmm.
You said Jesus wept. Okay, I think it's better.
I think it is. And I'm seeing a delay.
Yeah, because I'm on a Gigiana. And my brother is not here streaming because he's at work. Ha ha! I get to say that now. So happy he got a job. It's cracking me the hell up though. Watching him try to squeeze himself into these pants that he thought he could fit. Like, sir. Girl to the stir. Like, girl to the stir. Okay, I think it's better.
Okay, I think, yeah, it's looking clear again. All right. I guess Miss Minutes is still holding the grudge. She's still messing with my damn streams and shit.
That's because we're talking about Marvel stuff. She didn't happen yesterday all the time. Noticed.
It didn't. Okay, so yeah, Jesus wept. That's where we left off. And Matt starts, he's listening to everybody's heartbeats, doing the sensitive ear thing that he does. They're looking for the bank manager. The bank manager came in late, and the
bank manager wasn't there.
Mr. Khan had said that he was coming in late, so that's why he had Matt in the appointment. But I feel like that he was supposed to be an inside guy, and he just decided to.
That's what I felt like too. I'm like, how did he know how?
Like what you mean? You're gonna be just a couple hours late?
Or he was supposed to be an inside man, but then he was like, I can't do this, and then was like, no, because technically the bank manager was supposed to just open the vault and let them grab the thing.
It was supposed to take like maybe 5-6 minutes tops, in and out. And yeah, that didn't happen. And Mr. Khan, in his nervousness, says, I'm next in line. I can open the vault. You can't open the vault, sir. That's not how. They don't give codes out to all of management. They literally give it to just one person.
Codes and keys, like no.
So like, come on. You knew that. You set yourself up. I feel like they if they wanted to incorporate his character more, they could have done something better than this. Or like, why didn't y'all just make him the manager? Like, it didn't make sense to me. It was a little bit.
I think I feel like anytime we see a cameo from the other series or a reference from the other series, it's the old writers who were trying to like tie everything together, and they just kept it because they were like, why not? It's a nice Easter egg at this point. So that's why I was like, I don't mind him being there, but I'm just like, sir, I would have been like, I can't open that. I don't put that responsibility on me.
Sorry, absolutely not.
If you were smart enough to realize how much time you need and try to set up things everywhere, we don't care about them. We just need to be A, B, C, D, E, F, G. And you should have known that the bank manager needed to be present for the plan to proceed. Okay. You should have walked in there, done a scan, did some actual bank work, like go in there, let me deposit some change or some shit to see if he was here today, or stand in line, or be like, I need a loan, to see if the bank manager was here before you commence the tomfoolery and shenanigans.
I also do have a little bit of beef with our good father here, because why didn't you hide under the desk, sir? Why were you knew to get down and to sneak into that room? You didn't think to maybe pull the phone down on the floor with you?
Well, it wouldn't have mattered because the phone was not working. I'm just wondering why he didn't hit the button, because don't the assistant manager and manager have buttons? They have
panic buttons, yeah. But I don't think they carry them on them. I don't think they carry them on them.
I thought it was attached to their desk. That's what I thought. Because I know the one that the lady was hitting was under the desk. It's like under the desk here.
Yeah, he wasn't at the he wasn't at the teller section.
I know, but I'm saying I thought that the bank managers and the assistants had them at their desk as well, like under their desk.
Possibly.
Like, that's what I thought. I was like, why didn't you hit the button instead of trying to call? And then, as old as we are, when we pick up a phone and we don't hear shit, the phone not working. So what do you mean? Why are you tapping why are you doing that?
Like, sir,
you're too old. You know how phones work. Already. Child, please. I'm going home.
Right, like he should not have been in this situation as he was.
No, but he also made it worse for him when he said that he could open it.
Yeah, like I understand you are nervous, but if I'm in that situation and I'm nervous, I'm not speaking.
I'm giving you the information that you need. I cannot open this vault. You picked the wrong day. The man that you were depending on is not here. Late. I cannot open this vault.
And they came in looking for that man specifically, gave his name and everything. So yeah, if he's not there, actually those guys really y'all should have just left. They made it worse for themselves than the whole thing needed to be.
Yeah, I'm like, there's nothing I can do. There's nothing we can do.
Could have called when he was hiding in that's what I was saying. But he made himself visible, so he got caught immediately.
And he didn't use his cell phone. But then again, they cut the bank phones, not the like the towers or anything, so he could still use a cell phone.
Yeah, if he had it on him, he might have left it in a desk apartment. And as panicky as he was in, and understandably so, I don't think he would have thought to grab it.
But yeah, I'm like, I'm not about to make me the focus of anybody. I'm gonna tell you right now, I can't do it. I can't do it.
Yep.
It's like, Tamika, can you run this person?
These people's lives are not dependent on me at all. Sorry.
Even at work, like I can run background checks, like actually run background checks in the system. People are like, oh, random police officers will call, hey, could you run this? Hell no.
No. I think you need to go through the proper channels for that.
I'm not your dispatcher. I said what I said.
Gig.
Nah, bruh. Run your own stuff. I'm not running anything. So I hit you with the swiftest no.
Quickly.
And we'll sit in silence on the phone until you hang up. Brit. So now, and when he said that, Matt immediately was like, this man is the most seeingest non-seeing person ever. The way he looked at him like,
he was all worried.
You can't open it, can you? I just know he rolling his eyes behind his glasses. I know that.
But you know he was. You know he was, and I can't blame him because I feel him on that one. I feel him on that one.
He was like, well,
but the way they did this episode actually I think was kind of interesting because they really don't go a whole lot of places. It's literally mostly just in the bank and talking to
and outside
what's
the
her
bank,
name, Angie Kim, outside. That's it. And she comes up like literally typical New York cop detective walking up like, yeah, okay, hey, you know you picked a real bad day to try to be out here doing this, right? I mean, it's St. Patty's Day, ain't that's y'all saying? Come on, let's go get a Guinness. Come outside real quick. We're not gonna jump you.
Literally, we're not gonna jump you. Well, we're not gonna do it. I was just thinking about it, but we're not gonna do it.
Come outside though.
Like, girl, please, you get out. No, thank you. And that's why he just was stalling time. And I feel like she should have known that by what he was asking. And he was in like no panicking.
She's the deputy negotiator, so maybe she hasn't really gone through all of her full training just yet.
Because I'm like, something's not right. Why would you want to sit in a bank? Like, and what he was asking for was ridiculous.
And what he was asking for was absurd, and he wanted her to have it there within 30 minutes. First of all, even if it was a regular day, within 30 minutes in Manhattan traffic, absolutely not.
I would have said, so you playing with me. Okay. I'd have been like, oh, so you playing.
And he wants to do this during the St. Patty's Day parade that is happening.
Everybody is busy.
Did you
and
forget
the streets
where you were, sir?
And blocked off. No, I think he knew that on
purpose. Blocked off everywhere.
I just don't understand why it didn't, like, she didn't have an inkling of they're just stalling by what he's asking for in the time frame that he's asking it on the day that he's asking it. When they're already short-staffed because people are actively out in the streets. There's a parade that's blocking off routes, and you're asking for something that can't even be set up to be delivered in 30 minutes.
In 30 minutes at all. We couldn't even get you a bike in 30 minutes.
The joke thing was super weird. I was like, I'm not listening to that.
Yeah. Tell me a joke and then I'll give you an extra 3 minutes. Yeah. No. Stupid. And also the joke itself. Yeah, I didn't don't like it. The leprechaun banging a penguin. No thanks.
Like, I don't like it. I didn't like that part, but
have Wong transport those vehicles. Nah, Wong would look at them, roll his eyes, and then walk away.
Listen, the way I be invisible, they'd be like, Wong, can you pick up the phone? You know we see you.
So
look.
No, my movements are so slow. Cannot perceive.
You can't see me.
Absolutely not.
I don't want it. No.
Yeah.
But so I did like the fact that Matt was like strategizing while he was sitting there being like, God damn it, man. He was like, so you don't, okay, cool.
He gives up his chance to leave, which was commendable. But you know, Matt's gonna do Matt things.
I'm like, come on, and the right thing to do. But the way she was like, I need my husband, like, girl, in a real situation, they would have ping pow pat you. You're asking for too much. You're doing the most.
They told you to walk out the door.
I'd have looked at my husband like, I just want my husband with me. No.
Baby, I love you. All right. I'm gonna wait outside and hopefully
I'm gonna wait outside.
You'll meet me outside.
I'm gonna wait outside and pray. Oh my God. Like, no, I'm not about to get shot trying to drag my husband out. But seriously, luckily Matt, being the person that he was like, I'll stay.
Yeah, whoever wrote that small section, I feel like you need better writing skills because it didn't make sense for that argument to even happen
with people who have guns.
Yeah, guns. Seriously,
and they already shot the cop. So you know they bang bang pow pow.
What would you have done?
You know they are real, and they are real ping pow pat papping people. No, thank you. I'm not taking chances.
No, not at all. But yeah, Matt does his thing, and he ends up. We get the hallway fight that is actually on the stairs, which was pretty damn smooth.
It was cool as hell.
He kept that. No noise. Gun's about to drop. Nope. Let me flip. Hit. Can't reach out. Caught.
Silent. Like, let me put my stick up because I can't even hit you with the stick. You had to catch these.
Right, because I can't let these echoes get upstairs.
Absolutely nothing. It was real good. The way he slid through those bars, I'm like, sir, I would have hit my knuckle and my elbow and let out the smoothness. I would have tripped on the steps.
I didn't send out the big dude that tried to fight in the beginning. Who didn't they like punch him and beat him into submission already?
Who?
By then?
Which one?
There was a guy that they hit with the gun.
I think
it's a taller dude. He tried
the big guy.
Yeah. They knocked him out.
I don't think he was out. I think they made him sit down. He reconsidered. He had a reconsiderization of the situation when he got hit with that butt of the gun. He was like, bam. He was like, you know what?
He wasn't going to be an issue anymore.
No, thank you. That's what he said.
He could have gotten up, but he would have got shot. So yeah, they weren't treating him as a threat.
I do not want any more. I am full.
Full man? No.
I am full. So, because he did the bathroom distraction. Hey, come on! I apologize for my outburst. Amen. Excuse me. I am so sorry.
Right. You know. Yes. Show you right. You got that. I apologize. I'm gonna just go sit back down right over here on the floor.
My bad. And he was doing all of this and trying to hurry up and get his ass downstairs because he knew that man could not open that safe and he could only stall him for so long. And he was stalling to the best of his ability.
He was barely doing that.
He was like, "Can I get a snack?
Barely doing that.
Can I get a hat? Can like you want to hear the history of the vault?
Given all the facts of the vault,
you know the floor is made of actual granite from the.
You know they built this first and then built the bank around it.
Did you know you had a perfect opportunity to make a joke, and I'm going to make that joke for you? Like they built this city on rock and roll. They built this city.
That joke's 101. We're here all day, folks.
Like, listen, they built this city on rock and roll. Like, did you know that the waters from the fountains come from Lake Minnetonka? Did you know that Prince had Vanity purify herself in those waters? That's why it's good water.
Oh man.
Listen, I'll be pulling out everything. Like, do you know the Muffin Man? You're correct. I'm asking every single question. Every single question.
I mean, the man has 2 kids and he raised Kamala. You mean to tell me you really couldn't pull out some dad jokes, sir? Come on.
I don't think. Listen, I'm not thinking about no. I'm
just
need
you to do just a little better, Mr. Khan.
I will pull out the fuzzy wuzzy and how much wood. Like, sir, did you ever solve the riddle? If Fuzzy Wuzzy was a bear, and then Fuzzy Wuzzy had no hair, was Fuzzy Wuzzy actually fuzzy? Sir, it's a good question. It's a great question. But luckily, all that stalling did exactly what it was supposed to do because Matt got down there right as that man was like, "I'm tired of your shit."
And I do love that red fist, blue fist. Shut up! We are trying to get to the end of the episode.
It's just like Wheel of Time yesterday.
Oh dear, that was.
If I back it up,
I missed it,
and it's fat. Like if I turn around, is it fast enough? If I speed it up, can I send it back? We could do it all day. Like, listen. Especially with this.
I feel like we spent like a whole 20 minutes cackling about that one scene.
And it's the same thing here. There's so many things we can
go
do.
watch our stream that we did yesterday about the Wheel of Time. I guarantee you. Have some drinks with you, have some popcorn, you will enjoy yourself.
It's funny. like I can't. But he got there right in time. It's a song. It's not my bars. Listen, I can only get a good maybe 2 lines before I run out of freestyle material. My brain can't think that fast. That's why I can't be a freestyler. I could probably write down some good rhymes, but I got a good 2 lines. That's it.
I really did enjoy though that once Matt started looking and you know putting in the echolocational super hearing into the vault, that you can't just hack that vault, sir. There's literally a million something. I was like, 2 seconds, three more turns to the left and open. And he shut the fuck up right then and there.
I really want to try that. I really want to try that because listen, it works, but you got to have like real good ass hearings, and I just want to know if I'm capable of even getting like one click clack. You know what I'm saying? Can I understand what the clickety clack sounds like, and can I do it? If
you have a listening device, I think you can. Matt doesn't need it because he has
that
hearing.
But he has listening device.
But for regular folks trying to break into a vault, we need tools.
But even so, I still want to see if I can do it with the tools because I know it's hard because you have to listen to a slight noise. It's an ever so slight noise, and I'm like, man, I want to see if I can try it, but that would be illegal. But even after he got in the vault, he was walking around.
Buy a home safe.
I don't want to buy. I have a fireproof safe, but it's a key, and it's heavy as fuck. It's not even a safe. Actually, hold on.
It's ridiculous, and I know this is a random sidebar, y'all, but those things. I have a mini safe also, and they're fucking ridiculously heavy. And I get it. You don't want it to be able to be moved easily, but come on, man. Why does it need to weigh that much?
First of all, bitch, that's the portable one. I was like, that's portable? For who? It's like 2 children. It's like 20 pounds.
Walking around with his big biceps.
Because it's fireproof and it's flood resistant, I think. Is it flood resistant? Is it flood proof and fire resistant? One of those two.
Yeah, it might be.
One of those. It's like one. But notice how when he got into the vault, he stopped pretending like he couldn't see, and he was like,
he's just looking over right. And Mr. Khan's looking at him like, are you seeing something that I don't, sir?
Sir, you can.
What are you looking for, Matt?
No. Can you see? Can you see?
How many fingers am I holding up?
You see me? Can you see, sir? Because he was like, okay, so we need to find something with a 4, a 0, and a 7 on the key. He's like, the last number on the key, I don't know. And he was like, I was just enjoying Khan's face because he was just like, he was like I know he's supposed to be blind, but why can he? Is he? Yeah,
he did also watch Matt throw hands, and it only took maybe like 2 seconds to take that dude down in front of the safe. So
come on, confusion. He is full of the confusion and concern.
What kind of lawyer are you, sir?
A great one. Amazing. You hear me? Amazing. That's what I am.
And
but they got in there.
This thing. It looked like a
tiny bag.
Little tiny thing in the bag. It looked like it was reminiscent of an Infinity Stone. It's not, but it did. There's something extra special about it. They don't tell us what the extra special is.
No, it wasn't extra special. No, it wasn't extra special. It was just a big ass diamond. It was a big ass cut diamond
worth 1.8 million to take to Luca because Luca's a little bitch. And he's
doing this. It don't happen this
episode or the next episode, but Luca's gonna get handled.
Like
that woman told you to pay 1.8 million. You did some shit that you knew you was not supposed to be doing.
You should have sat the fuck down.
And now he and this was his grand plan to pay the 1.8 million.
So they got the bag, and he was like, "Okay, this is what they want. Give that here." So just hand it here. Thank you so very much. He gave it to them, and then they went back upstairs. And I think this is when the shenanigans were shenanigans. Because he was like, okay, great. I went downstairs, and he was like, why in the fuck? This is what you're looking for, right? I got it. I got it. Got it.
Right, so what you're going to do is let all these people go.
Come on.
And then maybe we can talk about something, but you got to clear out. Excuse me, Mr. Blind Solicitor. No, when was the last time you heard from the cops outside, bruh? They stopped talking, right? Why you think that is? Because they're about to come in here and get you.
They're finna run up in here. Yeah. What you finna do about that?
And he does try to go after him a little bit, but that right then and there is when the cops jump in and he says, "Hey, catch!" Tosses the bag up in the air, When did you think he actually tossed it in the air?
Yes,
I did not.
I think he did. I think he did.
I wouldn't risk that.
I think I thought that he actually did toss it and caught it, and then the guy caught it. He knew
that he knew that it could be mistaken for a butterscotch. That's what he ended up doing. I don't think it was that it would be mistaken for one, but just that it's the same size in there. So they weren't going to look at it too tough. They saw a bag.
They just said, already assumed that, like, everything was good in Gucci.
Yeah.
Like I assumed that he threw it because he was like, yeah. I was like, oh, that's a good way to distract everybody, but that's also the way that I would lose a $1.8 million jewel, because I would chuck it. I'm going to chuck it.
I didn't think he'd actually had.
But he's not as petty as me. I'm going to chuck it with no bag. It is where it is. It lands where it lands. You know what I'm saying? It's up to God now.
Yep.
Can figure it out. But in the chaos, he threw the thing, and then the guy caught it, and then everybody was scattering because the police came in there, as they do. Didn't they throw like a gas, like a smoke bomb or something?
They throw some smoke bombs in.
Increasing,
and they handed it to the chick that was perpetrating, being one of the hostages from the very beginning, and said, "Hey, get this to Luca." And she walks outside, and honestly, I understand, I guess, why she looked in the bag, but he said, "Just get it to Luca." He didn't tell you to look at shit.
Listen, I would have looked as well, because let me go take this bag to Luca, and he opened it up, and it's a Werther's original. You ain't coming after me, because I did what I was supposed to do. Like,
yeah. And I wonder if Matt is going to investigate that at any point in time. I mean, because what happens is the guy, their leader, he was cop, which, yeah, made sense. And he switched back in his uniform to go outside and sneak past everybody. One of the people coming in tried to grab Matt. Like, why would you think that he was one of the robbers? Look at what he's wearing.
I don't think he tried to grab him. I just think that they were getting everybody out of the building, and they noticed him with because wasn't he doing his stick thing again? Or did he just walk out there with no stick? I can't remember.
Oh, no, he was walking. He was walking to the stairs.
No, but did he have his stick with him? Like, was he pretending to like?
Don't remember. I don't remember. He may have. I can't
remember.
He may have.
Because if he had a stick out, they probably could have been like, "Oh, over here," and he was like.
Well, yeah, because the guy was talking to him like he was looking at him like he was one of the criminals. Like, sir,
I don't think he looked at him like he was one of the criminals. I think he looked at him like he needed help.
The other hostage had to come and say, no, he was one. He's one of us. He was being held here too. And that's when they were just
grabbing everybody out, because that's what they usually do.
Here's the thing. But why would you not check everything out first?
Ma'am, they're police officers. They don't hem up and ask questions later. That's what they do. That's why they get in trouble all the fucking time.
That's how people get away. That's how people get away.
Exactly. And that's how they get in trouble all the time, because they do fucking dumb shit. They hem up and then ask questions later and be like, "Oh, well, I was gonna." But did you? But I was gonna. It's got to count for something.
We were on our way there.
Bruh.
No.
But he went ahead and left.
I think everybody got snatched up except that guy, because he hid and changed his costume.
Yeah, and then left out first. But Matt was on the sideway, like on the sidewalk, and he takes a good stop, and he's like, super ears.
Oh, that way.
We're going that way. And he also kept the red mask from beating that dude's ass in the first one. Of course, it's the red one. I mean, he couldn't tell it was red, but go ahead and put that mask on. Put the mask on. Put it on. And that's exactly what he did. He put that thing over his face and chased this man all the way down. Chased his ass down.
Fucked him up.
And proceeded to 3-year-old, I want my candy stomp on his leg. Mommy said that I could have a snack on his leg. That it bit the other.
I didn't feel bad for him, but just
I felt bad for the sound. That sounded like somebody took a whole like celery stalk and bit that bitch like crash. Like
Yep.
And he's not going to use it anymore. It's done. Ever again. It's done. It's finished. It's gone. Mm-hmm. It's probably had to get cut off. So it was backwards. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think a simple reset isn't gonna work there.
No,
not at all.
And I think that's it. Like after he stomped on his leg, and the girl checked and saw that she had a word was original.
Yeah, and she stopped. Yeah, so they never showed what may have happened with her. So,
I would have sent a text. I would have sent a text like, it ain't work. I'm going back home. You ain't finna see me.
The last bit we get is Matt back at Mr. Collins' office, and he's got invited to dinner. So I think that's them telling us that eventually he
get
will
together.
Kamala.
Oh, you just dropped.
It's interesting to note, though.
Hold on, we're freezing again. You just dropped out. Wait. Yep. Because I'm frozen on YouTube.
Bruh.
Yeah.
What is happening today? Stop it. Okay. Sound check again for the chat. Let us know if the volume is still going. Because I see you moving on YouTube, but it's choppy on StreamYard.
Okay.
Hopefully it's still going. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so Kamala is in California right now. Probably where Matt just came back from, California. So I think that's I think he said something about school, but we know how they move in the shadows.
She's visiting a friend at school, which was one of her friends who got into the school over there for like a program or something. I remember that.
I think there's going to be something else extra going on over there, though.
Mm-hmm. But that's why she's over there, to see her friend.
I'm not sure.
That's why. Because he's visiting her friend.
That's going to come back and be a thing at some point in time. Because there's a lot of activity of the She-Hulk persuasion going on.
Not even She-Hulk, but just like the Young Avengers. Because isn't she a part of that too, or no?
She's the one that's actually starting it. She's putting the team together. Okay. So she could be out there recruiting. Actually, Vision is supposed to was also.
Oh yeah, Vision.
Avengers. So yeah, that could be connection there too. We'll see what they do with that. But yeah, Matt has a small conversation with Mr. Khan. He leaves the freaking diamond on top of the butterscotch candies. Now, my question is, Matt, why didn't you just hand it to that man? Because what if he didn't look down before he left for the day, and the cleaning lady comes in and she sees it and then it disappears?
Or she sees it and she snitches and he gets in trouble for it.
1.8 million, Matthew. We don't just leave that sitting on top of candy out in the open. Ridiculousness. But anyways, what are we rating this?
I give it a solid oh wait.
How many
backwards knees
sweep? Backwards knees.
The knees is backwards. Okay. He's never back.
I will give it a 7.
So yeah, I was gonna give this a solid 6. I was entertained. I really like the not the mystery, but I like the suspense of it all. And I like how they brought in the dad from Miss Marvel. I liked it. I thought it was a cute standalone, and I understood after watching it why they released 2 at a time. Because if they did this
2 at a time,
or 2 this time, and if they had not had anything else, people would have been pissed. So
yeah, that was a good call on them. That was a good call. Moving on to episode 6, we start with the sanitation crew. And they're trying to clean stuff. And here again, we see the folly of these cops that are not doing their job. Y'all not investigating all these people going missing is now about to put everybody on blast because the sanitation department figured out what was going on before y'all. And I feel like Fisk was 100% correct when he dressed that dude down for it because, yeah. How the hell does that work? I don't understand.
Here's the thing. I get it. I'm still not mad at him because he don't want to be there in the first place. He was trying to retire and get the hell out of there because he didn't want to work for you in the first place. Sir. So I'm like, I get it. I get shit slipping badly, but still, that's too many people. When they said the number of people, I was like,
way too many.
I was expecting like 5 or 10. Bitch. That's an auditorium full. 60 people bled out and missing.
And y'all are finding bodies all over the place, and no one's tracking these. Nobody noticed the pattern of blood missing from these bodies. That's ridiculous work. Absolutely ridiculous work.
Like,
and I did find it interesting that they, with Matt's intro, was they see him praying, and I think that's something that they haven't shown enough. Is it, outside of all this stuff that Matt gets into and gets wrapped up in, he is a very devout Catholic, and he very often in the comics falls back on that when he's like trying to reflect and move past his own demons. So
and I think that
it was perfectly logical for them to have that scene.
I think it's even more logical for them to omit it because we know that after Foggy died, he's lost right now. Like he's mentally, emotionally, and spiritually lost right now. So he's like, I can see him straying away from it and then trying to bring it back in slowly. Because that's what sometimes people just have to like cut it off and figure out a way to deal with it in their own minds before they can go back to like doing what they used to do. So having him sitting in the corner, especially with Foggy's, what is it called? It's not a program. Is it called a program?
I was wondering what it was called too. I don't know.
Because we call them funeral programs, but the funeral's not really a program.
Might be. I don't know.
Because you know what I'm saying, but that's the Southern Black in me. That's the best program.
And you're right.
Yeah,
I figured that it was that also, but 60 people.
That's a lot of people.
Still, that's a lot
of people.
Something like that it's happening way too much for it not to ping somebody's radar.
Because I'm pretty sure they would have gone to if anything, it wouldn't have been immediate, but after a while they would have gone and been like, hey, this person is missing. It wasn't like the two girls that we see earlier on. I can't remember what episode we see them in. It might be in this one. It wasn't like them where they were displayed, out, and people were like, "Damn, those are 2 dead bodies over there chilling." I'm pretty sure they would have been missing for weeks, and somebody would have said something, whether or not they believe them.
Let me scroll down here.
But what's her face name? Heather.
It's in a few scenes. It's in a few scenes after this.
Her name's Heather, right? The lawyer.
Yeah. Is it Heather? His boo? Because then she walked in at like right when he got done praying, and she was surprised to see him praying. Like, well, yeah, that's what he does. That. What is her name? I don't remember.
You see me? I'm looking like I could have sworn it was Heather. Hold on, I'm trying to find the casticles.
You might be correct. I don't.
Listen, the problem is they put their real names first. Yeah, her name is Heather. Okay. They put their real names first, and I was like, no, I don't know their real names. I want to know their show names. Put the show names first, and then their real names, because that's how I relate to them.
Oh man.
But yeah, she was just like, oh, I see you're back to doing this again. Like, okay, something's stressing you out. You're upset. You're not talking to me, so I'm like, I'm here if you need to. Not like in a professional environment, but as I'm your girlfriend and I care about you type of in conversation we need to have. And he's like, no, I'm good. And she was like, you were in a robbery yesterday.
And she's like, are you sure? Are you sure? She's not trying to even like psychoanalyze him. No, this is your partner, Matt.
Karen.
She know you, and you know damn well you're off. I think that she talks to him a little bit about her next book that her publishers want her to work on, having to do with vigilantes and whatnots. And that's going to come into play in our next discussion.
Hilarious. It's hilarious to me because he's like, "Oh, you want to talk to the Punisher?"
I'm like, yeah. Also, Daredevil. Like you know, don't you know him?
Okay. He's the strongest of K's.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you keep on thinking that he's going to get you an interview with Punisher. No.
Okay.
Frank, whatever.
Okay.
And then we cut over to Luca's dumbass.
Stupid.
Why would you walk into the mayor's office being an idiot like that? And this isn't just the mayor. Let's remember, this is Fisk. That you really thought you can come in here and talk shit to. Didn't she tell you to pay that 1.8? I ain't paying no fucking 1.8. Okay, you know what? You're gonna pay 2.8 now for that disrespect that you just said there. You want to say some more bullshit? I don't understand why he thought he could act up the way he was acting up. But he'll get the comeuppance for that soon enough. Fisk gets pulled into a meeting with what's his name, Santini, who was actually that was our guy at the bank that was held hostage. He said, his family's been banking there since they got off the boat, and he came and he was like, yeah, so all of this stuff that's going on this building here, and she fast forwarded, look,
hurry up. And he was like, it's called
what you told me.
Epoxy is real hard. I'm like,
yeah, we can't get it off with the regular stuff.
Where's the button? Where's the button? Wrap it up.
Quickly.
Wrap it up. Thank you so much. And he was like, it's blood. So, it's people. Soylent Green is people. And he was like, it's what? It's people. It's people.
Soylent Green. I forgot about that.
Like it's people. Oh, okay. It's people.
Yep.
All right. Well, shit. And his face has me dying. He's like,
what?
He's looking around like the
word. And he calls a meeting, and the detective Angie Kim is back in there with the chief, and the chief is kind of talking trash as we've seen him do, and Fisk is not listening because all of the technicals of being the mayor, he's really not trying to have to deal with that all the time, and he completely zones out and then comes back in and starts chuckling, and the chief tries to say something smart to him. He was like, look, when sanitation figures out that there's a serial killer on the loose before police, you don't get to tell me shit about how I'm about to handle this situation.
Shut up. I do enjoy that Fisk had a moment of, I can't believe this shit. He started laughing. He was just like, the fuck I'm supposed to do with this?
And what does he do? Proceeds to put together
trash,
the worst task force team that he could put together. And the chief, again, he did try to stop it, but he looked right at the list like, this is literally every person that has something wrong.
Every problem cop we have.
Every problem cop. And he said, yep.
They show us a level of tenacity.
No cameras. Yeah, all of that nonsense. And then he goes down there, does a little meet and greet with the group. It's like, I know you guys, they're just judging you too harshly. So here's what I'm going to give you. Okay,
free reign to be assholes to everybody. That is so fucking dangerous.
To everyone, like they weren't doing that already.
Nobody needs this. It's so stupid. It's so dumb.
Scroll past all this.
But doesn't Angela go to see what's his name? Matt. I mean, I understand why she thought that.
Yeah. She comes
it was real cute. She was like, with the information, like, listen, my uncle was onto something. When he was out here in these streets, when they killed him, he was working on something. Like, do you know that people are gone missing? Like, nobody's doing anything. We know where the area the people are being snatched from. It all centers around this train. This is a metro station or a train track or something. Like this one that was shut down. Like, people are going missing in this area. We need you to do something. We need to help. Get somebody to help to do something. And Matt was like, I am a lawyer.
Ain't you supposed to be in school?
Dog, I am a lawyer, not an investigator or a police officer. And not to mention, I am a blind lawyer. I can't. what do you want me to do? Like, it's not my job to do anything. I don't know what you want me to do.
Like, well, I'm not going to take this information to the cops. I mean, okay, but
I'm a lawyer.
How do you think it's going to be resolved then?
I'm a lawyer.
This what two things that I had big issues with in this episode. One is this little girl. So Matt doesn't want to. Let's see, what is that? No, we'll do 7 and 8 in a few days. Yeah, 5 and 6 only right now. But hello and welcome.
Hi. Yeah, he does employ a private investigator. However, like something like this active, I think her first step should have been to go to the police. Have the police tell you,
at least get it on the books.
Yeah, man, like all these people are missing. You know what's going on. Like shit's hitting the fan. We think you know where he is.
What she did in lieu of that is what has me so upset.
Crazy.
Her and those 2 girls that run up on Muse in a dark fucking alley. This is how you know this is a TV show, because I do not know any other New Yorker that will go up and do some shit like that.
I don't know.
And this little girl, honey, you didn't even think to put on the necklace to harness the powers.
She did. She might not know anything about that.
You went down there, but she's going into the sewers.
It doesn't matter. She might not know that the necklace has the power. Like, we can take out the necklace because she doesn't have it. She might not know. But the thing is, you went somewhere and nobody knew where you were.
She shouldn't have been down there. And you only went down there with your flashlight on?
Nobody knew where you were. Like,
you didn't think take no weapons with you? You didn't say, hey, I'm going to look at this thing. If I'm not back in an hour, come find me.
Let me go to this serial killer's lair.
Right, let me go investigate
with a hoodie.
This person that has been killing people over the past few months.
With a hoodie.
I get it. You're eager to jump in and try to do whatever you think you can do, but this is not the way.
No, and what happens because her ass got snatched, as she should. She should. Because what the fuck? What the absolute fuck? What the fuck?
Yeah.
Don't send anybody to the subway unless it is.
Don't send anyone down there.
It is open and midday. Like, even at night, being by yourself, like being the last 2 people on the train is still like, no.
Nope.
I not do that. No. I don't want it.
Not at all. No, thank you. I'm not walking up to just because you're a fan of this random artist and you think this is him, because they didn't even know for sure. They just looked like, oh, are you Muse? Oh my God, can we take a picture? And he's just standing there staring at me. Like, your first clue should have been he's doing this random nonsense, and y'all had to work a little too far into that alley to get to him. Why would you do that? Doesn't make sense to me.
No. I think you have the notes from the episode in order, right?
Yes.
When did Fisk go to the socialite meeting? Was this during the same time? Like when he had that, not a conference.
It's in
Cherry something.
It's in a couple scenes. Oh no. Yeah, we're right. Yeah, we're right there.
Okay, that's what I was wondering, because I'm like, this is the time where we start to see the parallels of people of these 2 cracking. Their newly built facade starting to crack. So we have Matt dealing with being frustrated and angry and irritated that he can't become Daredevil in his, like, he can't do what he wants to do and become Daredevil and fix this. So he's sitting there frustrated, like, hey, don't, stay at home. And she goes off and does shit anyways. And then on the Fisk side, we have him being like, I'm mayor, so people have to listen to me. And so he goes into this fundraising meeting thinking that he's here to be like, hey, bring me some money, right? And the people are like, I don't think you understand how this works.
But yeah, you really don't understand the office the way you should be understanding.
You don't have the power. Office. We have the power.
We do.
You don't have the power.
Has the power.
Exactly. We will let you know if we want to partake in anything you have going on. And this port project that you're so passionate about, that you say is going to revitalize an area, it's an area of town that you specifically had people running shit in, like bad shit in. So how is this going to help us? it seems like it's going to help you, and I don't want to put my money towards something that's not going to benefit me monetarily. So why would we do that? You got to remember your place.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And it was like person after person.
Talks all her shit. Yep.
I was rolling. He was like,
person that tried to help him out, which shout out for another cameo, is Girl Hawkeye's stepdaddy. Coming in, the swordsman. Like, actually, there's a small blurb on him in the very beginning where we see BB's vlog news things that she does.
That flew right over my head. I was like, "Oh, look, the swordsman," and didn't even think about it until I saw his face in this. Yep. And I was like, "Hey, okay."
So he's out there doing his thing too.
Now you're back.
I don't understand.
Damn it, Bobby.
How you're seeing me drop all the time, because that doesn't change on my screen at all.
Yeah, and I'm looking at YouTube and we're starting to freeze.
Clearly someone doesn't want us talking about Daredevil today.
I told you, this is like, bitch, go back to the Wheel of Time. Like, did I tell you to discuss my business? Marvel is my business. Shut up. Shut up.
This continues to plague me. See, this is stalker behavior now. I don't appreciate it.
Maybe. Well, I don't know if I.
But the swordsman is basically the only one, the only person that's trying to let him know how he needs to be viewing how maneuver. These people are actually looking at him. He's like, "Oh, are you threatening me?" No, bruh. He's literally just giving you advice and telling you what's what.
Girl, unsubscribed.
This is absurd. This is really absurd.
But I'm back now because I was like, "Oh, there I go. I'm going." But I hear
you're still frozen for me. I apologize for the technical difficulties, folks. Nothing we can do about it.
No, unfortunately.
Yeah, because it's not on our end.
Oh,
okay. Where do we go from here?
Well, after he gets a message from Daniel and what's his name, Buck? His name Buck?
Maybe
his side dude, that they found 2 more Muse killings with the girls.
Yeah,
they went to go bother his ass. And he has to leave. And so he sees that and he's like, like he's frustrated on that front. He's frustrated at the job. And I was just like, bro, this right here, both of these men are highly frustrated. So now he's like, now we got to get the task force to like actually like do some shit now, since he's got them formed. Yep. But then I think after that, we see the girls, we jump to Matt, where he gets a call from her mother, Angela's mother, saying that she's missing. And he's like, once again, he's like, you know what? Let me just call the police. 2 tears in a bucket. Fuck it. I'm going out here. Yeah, because he was going to call the police. He picked it up, dialed 911.
I think he was going to call Cherry. Yeah. And
no, he dialed 911, and it was like 911. What's your emergency? And he was like, "Click, fuck it."
You know what? Never mind.
Daredevil, hood, hat on.
It's time. On. He been training. He been getting back into the game on his rooftop visits when he can't sleep. So
it's frustration at this point. He's like, if I wait, she's gonna die. We gotta go. We gotta go. And so he did. He put on his Daredevil outfit, the red one, the classic red, and his ass was zipping and zopping and zupping because he knew exactly where she was.
Yep.
As he should.
Yep.
Because this is when it starts to bounce back.
And he found him so easily. So easily. Like y'all cops ain't shit. Like
easily.
How did he come through and put all the pieces together that quick?
Easily. Walked in there. Because at first, we get to see what he was doing to Angela, which was like that big ass. When I saw that needle, I was like, I'm done. I'm out.
Yeah, no thank you. No thank you for any of that.
I'm out. Ugh. He stabbed in her thigh and started draining her blood. And I'm just like, listen. Yeah, she did mention it was the old train line that they went missing around. Yep. I'm like, listen, somebody need to do something with that. And so he was hearing noises while he was trying to drain her blood. So he go out there and poke his head out. And he's like, oh, it's just a train.
Nope. Because then, because here comes Matt coming out the shadows.
Listen,
with like the super speed, literally
full
flying
run
in his face. Boom.
And the fight's beginning.
The fight, and
then it's like a bouncing back and forth between him and Fisk. And then we see Fisk walking down the steps, sitting there. And I'm like, what's he talking to? What is he doing? Why does he have an axe? And he goes to Adam and he's like, hey, let me tell you this story about how I used to be fighting, how I fought all my life like Oprah Winfrey. Okay, I fought all my life like Oprah Winfrey in Color Purple. And I used to fight men bigger than me. And I realized that at a certain point, you know, it didn't matter what size you were if you had the appropriate weapon. So I'm going to give this to you, right? And you're going to show me if you got what it takes to get yourself some freedom.
And you see that he is all like nice and cleaned up now from the last beating that we saw he got. So he's literally just torturing this man. And if it were me, I would have looked at that axe and looked at him and sat right back down in the corner, because
no, sir.
You're not going to let me out of here anyway.
And you're looking for a fight. You're looking to beat some ass.
I am absolutely not going to engage at all. If you want to come over here and throw fists, do that. But I'm not about to pick up the axe and give you even more reason to hurt me.
To beat my ass. No.
Absolutely not.
No.
Also, Adam, your swing game is bullshit, bruh.
That's because he put too much emphasis on the and too much on the, like, he put too much force behind the swing, and it carried him right into Fisk's loving fist.
Right into Fisk's meaty hands.
Delicious.
For him to get thrown over tables and shit. What's going on, John?
What's up? Like right into his arms. Got a big bear hug of a man. It's delicious. He was like, kisses. But
and,
that first hit,
Fisk is still doing his thing, talking about mine. Bruh, you've made your point.
I was like, oh. Sorry, that's
cracked the rib right there. He had to crack at least one or two ribs right there.
Something's broken because he hit you so hard. You went to the direction. I think it was to the right. You went to the right, sir. And you lost the axe. You were sliding.
You wanted to ask him a question. Shut up.
He did. He asked him a question, and he did not get an answer.
And it is worth noting also, just before they went into the schmooze ball, he tried to put his jacket on, and it ripped. And Vanessa was like, "Huh? Well, I guess we need to hold your wardrobe. You do your wardrobe again."
Yeah, he's turning.
You see, he's not on this revitalizing that he was on for himself anymore. He's been down there eating up all the pastas and steaks and all the carbs,
talking shit to this man,
talking shit to Adam the whole time.
Shit to this man. But the problem is that he's
not keeping up with the routine and nothing.
He can talk the shit because he can back it up. So I don't know if it's actually talking shit, if someone can actually do what they said they was going to.
I think it still counts.
Fuck you up.
I think it still counts.
At this point, it's just telling truths. It's being honest.
Still talking shit. It's talking shit though.
Being honest. And so like you can see the parallels in their fights. How Matt is slowly just losing his control in his fight, and Fisk is like, when he hollered that mine, I was like, yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
That's what it is. He literally in his mindset. He is literally in his mindset again, like he's staring at that wall, like he used to do.
That painting.
He's still in there, like, no, you're not gonna take nothing from me.
That's mine. She's mine. She kept talking about your hands.
Toys. Yep.
Fuck your hands.
Fuck your hands.
Fuck your palms.
And he made sure to step on his hands a couple times.
Ain't nobody got time for this. Fuck all of that. And so I was very John's funny.
Oh, you just saw it. You talking, John?
I was like, yeah. So it was. I was watching some people reaction, and they didn't understand why he was screaming mine. I was like, y'all, why is this man down here?
Did they not know who Adam was? Did they miss that?
I'm like, that is the reason why he's hollering mine, because he had the audacity to have relations with my.
You didn't know about me. It doesn't matter if you were uninformed. It's still you shouldn't have touched
mine. And then we had Matt with his parallel scream of just like releasing all this rage.
Because he getting back in there too, like
He was he was tossing this man after a while. He let him get some good hits in because he needed to be hit. But after a while, them hits, he wasn't even flinching. He didn't even step back. He was just
Not at all.
Them. He was eating them and beating the hell out of him. But people were like, he didn't finish the job. Of course not, because Matt
because he had to go save Angela. That's what he was there for. He could have killed Muse, but that would have been at the expense of this little girl who was the only reason he came down here in the first place. So no, he couldn't take Muse out right then and there.
Nope, Muse had to go. He had to go, but not right now. He was like, you know what? I see this man is busy. Let me just pack my bags. He was like, let me grab a sandwich for the road. I gotta go.
He rolled right out quickly
because he was tossing his ass around all directions.
And I will say, there are a couple ways that Matt could have hit him to knock him out, but again, his main concern was Angela. Once he heard that her heart was like slowing down to too much, he knew he couldn't hold him anymore. And
even by then, by the time he got to her and pulled out the thing, he needed to do CPR on her because she didn't have a heartbeat. So I'm like, he was busy. He was busy aliving her again, which I'm not mad at. But I just find it
not at all
entertaining and great storytelling how they parallel so well all the way down to their frustration and eventual the breaking of the walls that was keeping them away from the things that they felt like they didn't need to be anymore.
That they didn't want to.
Child, please. Like y'all trash for that, but it was amazing. It was amazing. Trash. Be yourself. You know what I'm saying? Be yourself.
I do say though, I wonder why Vanessa hasn't noticed the state of his hands though. Because
she probably has
been shown to us and she hasn't asked about it.
I wouldn't ask this man about nothing because he's frustrated at me for talking about somebody else's hands. I'm not gonna talk about your hands.
She knows exactly what the hell she married, man.
Listen,
that's why she was such a good mob boss wife when he was
mind my business. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna mind the business that minds my business.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna do it. But I think that's where we end, right?
That's pretty much the end. Yeah. Because he gets her, he resuscitates her. She comes through, opens her eyes, looks at him, recognizes him as Daredevil right away, and that's that. That's exactly what she is. She is a mafia wife at this point. As much as Fisk is trying to hide how he's moving, and I think that's something that we all called from the very beginning. Like, no, you might be going in for this mayor office, but you're still going to be doing the dirt that you swear you don't want people to see.
Here's the thing. He's not trying to hide anything. Right now, he's trying to leave it all behind to be something else. And that's the problem. Like, Fisk, this is you and your blood. You created this baby. You can't just throw the baby out with the bathwater and think that the baby's going to like, it's going to sustain itself. Like, no, you still have to nurture this thing, which is why Vanessa is frustrated because she was like, I spent this time while you were away doing whatever you wanted to do with Adam and his wonderful hands. And he was helping me nurture this with his wonderful hands. Right. And so now you coming back and being upset that I have a man with wonderful hands and I'm running this business as it should be. You know what I'm saying?
Successfully, because she had all of them boys in line. The minute Fisk stepped back in, all hell breaks loose.
That's because the thing is, he didn't even step back in. The moment he came back and removed himself, all hell broke loose. He came in there, used the key, like, okay, hi, let me just grabbing snacks, my bag, I'm packing, I'm leaving forever. Goodbye. Like, you can't do that. You can't do that.
Not at all.
No,
not at
that's
all.
Why I'm just
especially when you are still telling these folks like checking Luca. You are still doing these things that you swore you wasn't gonna do, bruh. That's And I will say, while it's frustrating to see, it is comic accurate, so this is very much storyline from the comics.
Yeah. I don't think it's frustrating. I like it because it gives a when are they gonna pop this bubble and flip the fuck out.
Like when is it gonna blow up?
What's going to be the thing that pushes him to the edge to where he's fully Fisk in this office? He's no longer Mayor Fisk. He's the kingpin in this office. So I'm just waiting to see that happen.
I think we kind of are almost there.
I still don't think so.
Last episode.
I'm waiting for the last episode will let me know if we're there or not. and then we can lead that into like episode 2. But
season 2.
Yes, season 2. So
Indeed.
for the last stream, we're doing the last 3 episodes all together.
Oh yeah, there's 9, aren't there?
Because it doesn't make any sense because even then the last one is going to be on Tuesday, so that's it. So we could technically do all 3 of them.
Yeah,
well, that's what I was looking. I was
maybe,
like,
I want to say maybe wait until Saturday because that's a school night. 3 eps is gonna take us some time.
Well, here's the thing: it's not going to be happening on the week because, or we're not caught up on Wheel of Time. Or are you trying to push back Wheel of Time too? Or did you want to have one episode, one stream for Wheel of Time, and then because we're still. That's what I was looking. I'm looking at it like, hold on, because if we're not doing anything tomorrow, we're not.
We may do all 3.
Then Wednesday is Wheel episode 7 because they have 1 episode left, and that's coming out the next day. Then we're going to do the wrap up with Heidi.
With Heidi
on Thursday.
There's a lot of things, a lot of moving parts on the calendar.
Listen, I feel like I need one of these, and they're going to be here. You're going to have to take it over here to drop it down, and they're going to have to go this way.
Like, wait, push that back 1
exactly.
And yeah, move that one up here. Yep, there it is.
I love you. We'll figure
it out. And also, The Last of Us is tonight. So, well, shit. Maybe we might talk about that tomorrow. I don't know.
We could.
Yeah. We'll see. We'll see how we feel. Put a pin
I told you. I'll bring it back out, and then we're gonna. It is a back scratcher. It is.
Sure.
Absolutely. Listen, when I hurt my foot, I realized the importance of these for the foot and these for the back because
trying to reach around and then it don't always work out.
When I have to have my foot in the air higher than my face, how am I supposed to scratch my back when I'm on it?
How what are we rating this? What are we rating this episode?
I could be really silly and rate it. We're not going to take it because they're on their they're on their last leg. Like we're not going to take this anymore. Oh my gosh!
How many fucks are we not going to give?
Yeah, pretty much.
Longer? Yeah. So for this one, I think I'll also give it a 7.
I like this one.
It did move the story along
way more. So I'm going to give this one an 8 because I felt like this one, it was just like
John's out of 9 out of 10.
It was very, was it the tick of the clock counting down? Like, yeah, it was very that until boom, shakalaka happened. And like this show, I like how
they're doing it. I like
came in with like medium expectations based on the trailer that we saw. I wasn't sure what the full story was going to be, but they're hitting their stride now. They're hitting their stride. Yeah, they're hitting their stride. Really. I feel like episodes 1 and 3, well, 1 to 4 was like a good part 1 of this season, to where we're seeing the stakes and we're seeing them set up. We're seeing what the issues are, and then we have a breather with 5, and then from 6 on is going to be like some shit, the shit. Yeah. So that's where we are right now. So I feel like it's really good.
Yeah, indeed. So we'll probably see you tomorrow, more than likely. Well, I'll see you a little bit in a few hours because we're gonna do the live react for episode 1 at least. See how we feel about the rest of them. So that is the show for the evening. Now I have to go record some things for The Walking Dead. And if you haven't check this out on the Walking Bread channel, go over there. If you want to get into the comics for The Walking Dead, we've been doing those for past few years, and the boys just came back, and we started up again. I voiced Michonne, and it's a fun time. So so what else you got coming up with your games and such?
Listen, so I started my 40 for 40 challenge, and I started posting them. I did Oregon Trail, and yes, I know it's Oregon Trail, but I am Black and from the South. We don't call it Oregon Trail. And right now I am getting ready to wrap up my first playthrough of Dragon Quest, like the one from 1986. And I am also wrapping up Fallout 2. Finally, I'm on the last video that's being posted. I started Fallout 3, which I've also never played before. So if you're interested in a very first Fallout 3 playthrough, that's coming up soon. Just like with Fallout 2, I'm working my way through the series. And TV shows, listen, I don't know. I got to do an audit. I got to finish up Yellow Jackets. I got to watch that last episode. And then that's it for the season. And what else am I on?
Yellow Jackets
Devil May Cry.
Show.
You said what?
I said Yellow Jackets is such an interesting show.
I'm like, bitch,
the way they put things together.
Wait.
Yeah.
Wait. That's what all the time. I mean, wait. I just feel like I'm shocked, confused, disgusted. Wait. But I am watching that. I'm also watching. I finished season 1 of Devil May Cry, so that's coming up on my channel as well. I think 1 and 2 are posted, so loved it. Loved every ounce of it. I'm so glad it's getting to season 2. Give me more. Thank you so very much. Wrapped up Solo Leveling. I'm trying to figure out what anime to jump into for this season. Because technically it's spring season. I got to finish Sakamoto Days. I have not forgotten. I just put that on pause because I was like, that's me editing it, and I can't edit as much as I want to now. What else am I doing? I started some other shows, but I can't talk about those other shows until I am far enough in that I can start posting them because it's just gonna be hilarious. I'm ready. Okay, that's all I got.
Nice. Yeah. So yeah.
Dragon Quest is on Nintendo. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. I learned a very valuable lesson playing Dragon Quest.
What was that?
Save, and if you die, just shut it off and restart.
Uh-huh.
Because if you die, you lose half of your monies.
Mm-hmm.
And when I spend hours walking around trying to get enough money to buy a $3,000 item, and then I die, and I have $1,500, I don't like it.
No. Yeah. No, thank you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. See, I didn't play that. That's why I did that, and that's why I picked it because I never played it. And I love it, and I want to play the rest.
Indeed, and the links are below. If you don't know how to find Meeks, it's very easy. Just click one of them buttons.
Yes,
and you'll be there. So yeah, if you're into the Plant Zombies, come back later on today, and we'll do a live watch along and probably chat about it tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
But besides that, enjoy the rest of your day. Be safe, and peace out.
Bye.